Bullet holes are still etched into this beloved family home of 40 years, as you can see here. Those who were shot include a grandmother, a 19-year-old, and a 4-year-old child. Organizers are calling on the governor to reverse his plans to cut $5.6 billion in funding for public schools. Sergeant Igo, I understand there's a ton of information to unpack here today. What can you tell us about this officer-involved shooting?
So it started this morning at about 9 a.m.
Officials also tell us that a woman has died in the fire. She did not evacuate her home. We still don't know the reason for that, but the remnants of that home are right here behind me. Those who were shot include 2 sheriff deputies, 1 PG&E worker, as well as the suspect. Several subspecies of giraffes are considered endangered, and the Sacramento Zoo is doing their part to ensure that these beautiful animals stick around for generations to come. Those we spoke with today say several variables have led to this being one of the most challenging times producers have faced in at least 3 decades. Witnesses recall seeing the mother of the 18-year-old student who was shot and killed just 10 minutes after he had graduated, performing CPR on her son, who was still in his cap and gown. The video appears to show an officer making repeated striking motions while detaining the student as people around them scream. I am 5'3" on a good day, and just look how much snow has piled up. It is absolutely incredible. Lodi residents woke up to a new political reality. The town of roughly 70,000 people will now be split across 3 different districts. When I asked local Venezuelans about the capture of Maduro, a big smile appeared on their faces. They said that while they weren't happy with the way that he was taken, for the first time in a very, very long time, they see a glimmer of hope. Well, Eric, certainly impacting travelers. According to the Department of Homeland Security, approximately 300 TSA workers have quit since the beginning of the partial government shutdown. The jury has acquitted Carlos Reales Dominguez of 2 counts of first-degree murder and remained in a deadlock in a 10-2 vote on 2 counts of second-degree murder. The Democratic candidate says she is most passionate about ensuring the rights of immigrants, prioritizing working families, improving health care coverage, and keeping your taxpayer dollars in the U.S. For the blind and visually impaired, Braille is a lifeline, the key to independence for millions of people. And here at Folsom Prison, 18 inmates are transcribing literature, math, and music into Braille.
And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when.
For visually impaired children in California and beyond.
And I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on.
And in turn, these inmates are learning to see themselves in a new light.
I know who I was. I know what I was. And to think I got past that to become this, that's the hand of God.
Lyle Shellman has been in this program for nearly 24 years after he was sentenced to 45 years in prison.
I killed a man. And I remember the instant flash of the gun as if it was 10 seconds ago. I can't give Daryl his life back. I can't undo his mother's broken heart. I can't unsee what the first responders ran into when they found him. I can't do any of that, but this I could do.
George Chavez was also convicted of killing a young man.
I single-handedly cut his life short because of the life that I was living. I was a violent gang member before I came to prison.
For Chavez, transcribing math for the Department of Education has given him a purpose.
I want to be a different example, especially for my daughters.
Omar Gutierrez was sentenced to prison for attempted murder. He also credits this program with much of his personal growth.
This stuff is going to be in a blind kid's hands. So just to have that in the back of our mind with every Braille dot that you see on these pages, you know, it keeps us going.
And with a low recidivism rate and peer support, these gentlemen have not only changed their lives, but bettered thousands of others.
I can live with me now. It's a big difference.
Wagner is en route to Visalia.
Good morning, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliette. We got Fox 40 News crew on board
to rescue 13 puppies.
Every day is a good day to fly. And if you can, put a purpose to it and help the animals, It makes it better.
He's part of a nationwide network of volunteers with pilots and Paws, rescuing animals in danger of euthanasia and giving them a first-class flight to their forever homes.
This might be the best day of my life.
It'll start, oh, we have 6 dogs. And then you come and you got 8. And then they have, can you take 2 more? And who's going to say no?
The nonprofit has saved over 200,000 animals. And Wagner, who's also allergic to dogs, has saved about 200 using his own resources.
So how did you know that this is something that you wanted to continue doing?
My wife's an animal lover, and she put a gun to my head and said, if you don't do this. All right, so now switch from last-minute flying mode to pickup dog mode.
None of this would be possible without the rescuers transporting dogs to the pilots.
They're euthanizing 3 to 4 month old puppies right now just because of space and no adopters.
2 of the moms from these 3 litters were hit by a car and killed. The puppies left to fend for themselves.
All right, fellas and gals, we're out of here. I'm taking you somewhere better.
It's the first day of the rest of their lives.
Sky condition scattered. 8,000. Temperature 16 Celsius.
When they say cloud 9, this is it.
This is cloud 9.
They'll soon be available for adoption.
We have fosters lined up for them to go to their homes to be taken care of.
And in a time of great division, Wagner says these wagging tails remind us of our shared humanity. The new law divides California sex offenders into 3 tiers based on the severity of their crimes. Lower risk offenders have a chance to petition the court to be removed from the registry after 1 or 2 decades. Chris Orr works in the child assault unit at the Sacramento County DA's office.
People that have touched children inappropriately can now be off of the registry. And so that exposes the public to having more difficulty to figure out who those people might be.
That includes repeat offenders like 81-year-old Kenneth Lawrence and 58-year-old Kevin Gibson. They're 2 of 12 individuals that were busted by law enforcement in a July sting, dubbed Operation Sentinel. The Sacramento Sheriff's Office says this law enables abuse.
Any tools that get taken away from us to help target these people is, just allowing them to continue with what they're doing.
Gibson was previously convicted of 2 felony counts of sexually abusing a child under 14 in 1991 and successfully petitioned the court to be removed from the registry in September 2023. Lawrence had multiple convictions, including sexual battery, dating back to 1966, 1984, and 1997. Under the new law, he was no longer registered, and his offenses only require a 10-year registration. The sheriff's office also says he admitted to engaging in sexual acts with multiple children and had never been caught.
So we're going after the worst of the worst, right? These are child predators. So to make those investigations more difficult on us, yeah, absolutely. We were, taken aback by it for sure.
The California Department of Justice says 8,169 sex offenders registration was terminated as a result of this law. We also asked the DOJ for the number of people who were removed from the list and reconvicted of a sexual offense. They requested nearly $5,000 from our station to provide that number. Orr says the law makes it hard for prosecutors to keep convicted offenders on the registry.
There's been some hearings in Sacramento where we've challenged that and said this is inappropriate to remove this person's registration. The circumstances that the legislature gave us for allowing us to oppose it are very, very limited.